vibrant, most authentic, and wonderful collective. So, obviously, I'm getting in the process of getting ready. But Spirit came through strong and was like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to talk about this gang stalking we're picking up on. And I was like, bet. So here we are. Someone's desperate to get your energy, your attention. Your attention. Someone's desperate to get your attention. This person could be an herbalist or work with, concocting different teas or different herbs or different, it can even be a phlebotomist. What do you want to tell the collective spirit in this time about these gang stalking things going on? Other outer worldly connections, stabilization, past life investigations. So, this tells me your angels came in and they integrated what needed to be done through vessels of others, right? Because that's what our vessels are. When we allow to be our vessels taken over, we have permission on what takes over and what doesn't, right? We give consent to those things, or at least we should be. Something about we have the devil card that came out. You guys, I'm telling you, and this is past energy, so depending on where you are on your timeline, I'm picking up on past energy. And now this week is all about taking inspired actions, by the way, just saying. And so this week I feel like the exposure of this gang stalking, the confirmation, the way that Spirit is showing me is like Elastigirl stretching out, right? It's like the stalemates were stretching out and stretching out and stretching out and stretching and stretching and they can't stretch no more. They've stretched as far as they can. They've gotten all the time that they needed. They got what they, what they paid for. Well, they didn't get what they paid for, so now you're walking in your life's purpose, your fulfillment. You're walking. You're in it. You're in it. You're alive, so you're in it. Okay? That gives merit to already be in it. The moment that you wake up and take your first breath in the morning, early start to your day, you're winning. God damn. You guys, I just shuffled. And the first card that came out again. So what is with this devil energy, Spirit? What is with this devil energy? Okay, so forgiveness of the self. So maybe some of you are struggling with because the devil card can also represent addictions, right? So there's an addiction. Okay, so I'm picking up on a couple things. So it's like you were working on forgiving yourself, right? Working through your addictions. I picked up on that heavily a few days ago already, especially with the mirror energy that was going on. But I'm really getting that this entity that was attacking you, gang stalking you, the one that was the ringleader of this all, the professional of them all. Okay, we'll call them the professional starseed energy vampire. Okay, I don't know, stalemate, whatever. They are not able to forgive themselves for pretty much destroying, they're more concerned, I feel, about their reputation, because I'm getting that they work, they're known publicly. They work with organizations like sex trafficking hubs that they work with traffickers. They work with people that counsel traffickers. And they can even be transport. I'm seeing transport. So that's why they're like really, they can't forgive themselves because they got caught. The devil got caught. And it's being made public. Oh, native. So this person can have native Celtic ties, native American ties, or just native to their wherever they are. You know, like if they were born, like I said before, in Colorado, they're native to Colorado. Oh my gosh, this money heist, you guys. This keeps popping up with this announcement. Okay, so, or it could just be like a deodorant or a soap that you use, right? It could be whatever, take it how it resonates. That's just what came out. Along with this money heist. So like raping the people, you guys. Like what happened? What did the Pilgrims come and do to the Native Americans? You know what I mean? Like, and then they call it Thanksgiving today. You know what I mean? Like it's that nasty intention. Like who was it that said, I think, fuck, who was it? I haven't heard this quote or read this quote in a long time. Something like about how nice people are and they would make good slaves. You know, this was the mentality of someone who used to travel. I can't think of their name. I don't know why I want to say Thomas Edison. Also, you may be exploring your native roots and realizing that you might be related to like Einstein or like, I don't know, someone really like Da Vinci, like really like protected and that made a difference in this world because they were so pure. They were so pure. They were unfuckwithable. And I feel like that's your energy right now. And it's making these people go nuts because their ego, right? They're contracted by their ego. And you're working for the divine. You are master of none and also just like master of all trades at the same time. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. The moon. Yeah, these secrets, you guys. Like, this is going to be revealed if it has not already. Because it's already happened in the spirit. Like, because when I first hit play, I was kind of in a mood because I was like, no, I'm not ready, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then giving into that perfectionism, so then I was like, no, never mind, I'll just start it, right? And so, like, what I was kind of open channeler, was, like, pretending to make a phone call and being silly and just be like, hey, yeah, no, there's still a wrench in our plan. Yeah, what do we do about this? We're fucked. Like, they got the news, you know what I mean? Like, there is one of those where you get the call and, like, your heart just sinks to the bottom of your gut and then the whole world around you just starts spinning and you're just like, I feel like that's what these people are experiencing right now. And I'm fucking laughing because, like, they thought you were a nobody. And at the end of the day, we are all nobodies and we are all somebodies. It's up to others' perception. And so they, like, that's why they're having a hard time forgiving themselves in all of this, is because, like, they really thought. This is their demon laughing at them, by the way. Wow. Okay, that's not funny. I'm getting that, you know, that these gang stalkers, and it goes beyond that, they have cursed their bloodlines for lineages, and spirits dissolving that bloodline. Just saying, you know, you can do that by procreating with a specific bloodline to eliminate bloodlines, to container them. There's ways, you know what I mean? And scientists do this. I mean, if they do it with animals, they study on rats and monkeys and all these things, you know. No, they study on humans, boo. They study on you too, boo. Even if you working for them, they still be studying on you, boo. It's like, so for me, it's like people that do those airplane thingies, you know what I'm talking about? With the smoke trails that they leave behind them, we'll call them. For me, it's like, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what you're doing. Like, why are you doing that? Because you're affecting yourself too. You may be told, no, you know, fly your family here, do your thing there. You know what I mean? However it goes for you, at the end of the day, you're still affecting your lineage. Whether you choose to believe that or not, I am telling you, you are evolving your lineage into things that not even the devil itself, not even with all the networking, because that native gives me networking, because I get hubs. And now there are good hubs and there are bad hubs. Just like there are good people, there are bad people. Or there are good choices and bad choices. Or there is just to be still, to be silent, to just be, you know. And I'm getting that these people, because of the entity, that you got to remember, this immature, and this is the same energy that I picked up from early this morning. So I really feel like they were doing their attacks this morning on me, because girl, like, I literally did not go to sleep until 5 in the morning this morning. So, and 5 is all about conflict, chaos, confusion. And then when I did get up finally a couple hours after that, and then, you know, now I'm doing the thing to human today, it's just like message after message after message. So the demon that has taken over this vessel in the body of an immature feminine energy, immature, or in the reverse, mature woman in the reverse, they're not even showing up as the empress. So this is like Snow White, kind of. I feel like they once were sitting on a throne, and oh my gosh, okay, we just need to get out of this. Oh, that's what you guys wanted me to show. Okay, so maybe you guys are picking up in meditation, like their meetings, and calling judgment instantly as you're seeing these things come up. Because earlier I was seeing some, like, you know, Schmohevian Bove type things, where I personally, I've astral projected there probably a time or two, maybe in this lifetime. Won't say for sure, you know. But I was seeing things like where there were people wearing animal masks, and it was like one of those parties where, or a ritual, I should say. It was a ritual. So you guys may be resonating with specific spirit animal totems at this time. Pay attention to those signs, okay? Because that's going to tell you what entity at the end of the day was being directed at you, and what ways you're going to see that this mature woman in the reverse has attached to them. Because I'm getting, like, they are hellbound, okay? They are, they're succumbing really quickly, you guys, because you got to remember all that energy that it was like on one of those, what are they called? You know, slingshot? It was one of those slingshots, and it was just winding up and 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 winding up. And then it's like people woke up, you being people, woke up to your energy being siphoned, and you were like, hey, you know, I bet, I'm not sure, but I bet if I called my power back like times 1,000 and rehydrated, recalibrated, rejuvenated, re-educated, because you got to think, when people get their little hands on your energy, they use it in all the worst ways possible. You're automatically picking up their karma. So you want to make sure that you're cleansing your energy every time you call it back. You're cleansing your vanity every time you call it back. And oh, thank you, Spirit. And I'm even getting shown you can smudge your mirrors or whatever it is, reflective surfaces that you look into, and cleanse at the same time as you are calling back your vanity. You know, mirror work. Things like that. Asia just popped out. Meditation. So some of you may be going to temple more often and praying for your mommy, praying for your grandmammy, praying for this immature person in the, well, this mature person in the reverse. Prayers are very powerful, you guys, and I'm getting the Pope right now because, like, that motherfucker lasted with some prayers after they got hit, too. You gotta think, like, people are falling, towers are falling, you know what I mean? So it's like flower of life, sacred geometry. I feel like with this one now, you are at the center of this flower of life. And you say how much water goes in, and how much soil, and how much fertilizer, and where they're going to grow, and where you're going to, you know, put stands and have them spin off or whatever. It is your say. It is your garden now. It is your garden. And, you know, you're only going to just feel better from here. Last night, trust me, I was asking, you know, the higher powers that be, I was like, when is this gonna end, you guys? When is this gonna end? Because every fucking moon cycle, really? Like, for how long? For how long? You know? And, I didn't get anything. I really didn't get anything. But then I started getting all these messages and being shown things this morning. So, self-reflection. It was a time of, you know, self-reflection, and, you know, instead of asking for the answer right then and there, just the signs and synchronicities of when is this to end, you know, and I'm getting those. I am getting those, and I'm seeing that a lot of it has to do with this week, you guys. There's so much retrograding right now. Yeah, this full moon set something for this lineage saboteur. Oh shit. But wasn't it a full moon? Yeah, so I'm really picking up on the energy, you guys, that this is an herbalist. Okay? So that may resonate for some of you. And then with the flower of life, herbalist. So it's like they were tapped in, and they knew the sacred ways. They knew the sacred ways. It was in their soul contract to learn the sacred ways. And I feel like at one point they were a student of yours in a way different timeline, okay? And they've carried this knowledge, and they've followed you. They followed you into the portals, okay? Because they have access to your power, to your energy, to your life force. So automatically when you would reincarnate, it's like their timer would go off and be like, oh, it's time to cook. It's time to start cooking. Let's get in that womb. Let's start cooking. And they would come out like, I don't know, 5 days, 5 years after you. Some of them 5 years before. And they just started implanting themselves in these hubs, in these cells, you know? When people talk about, like, terrorism, you living in it, baby. You living in it. We in America coming through. Yeah, no, I'm not going to remember that. So, they knew what they were doing, okay, on these moon cycles. And I did get that it was a new moon in Aquarius. So, could have been full moon, but my spirit team is telling me new moon. So, I'm going to go with new moon. So, maybe this has yet to come. Or maybe spirit's telling you to stock up on your herbs. Yeah, deliverance. Innocent and innocence on these moon cycles. So you've been found innocent. Your soul contract has terminated from previous, you know, diabolical stuff. I can't tell you if more diabolical shit's to come. I honestly, I'm right there with you where I'm like, when is this, when, all because of lack mindset with an imposter syndrome. Someone really wanted to destiny swap you on these moon cycles and take away your purity, your innocence, right? Because I feel like that's what people are drawn to with you. You deliver innocence. You deliver you deliver wherever you go. Like, you allow others to tap into their own authenticity because they see your authenticity, and then right then their guards drop, because then they're just like, okay, well, this person's comfortable in their own skin. And then, you get those weirdos that are just like, why are they so comfortable in their skin? Oh my God, Sandra, this bothers me so much. That little bitch is so comfortable in their skin. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what the fuck did I come here for then? Was it to not feel comfortable in my own skin? And to, like, I understood the assignment. Why are you, like, obviously, go heal. Go heal and come back with a new soul contract. Because God is so great. God is so gracious. God will never deny you. God will never turn you away. When you step up and choose yourself and put in the effort and do the work and stay consistent and be self-disciplined and all of the things, right? God sees that. But God also sees where people add love to their recipe. People add unconditional love to the recipe. So again, it's like that autism spectrum. That love spectrum is all over the place, right? Everyone thinks that this is love. Everyone labels this to be love, but the depth of the love compared to, the superficiality of it is to the eye of the beholder. Every time. So some of you might be starting new medications, getting off of medication. I'm really getting you're getting off of medications having to do with your mental health, because that's what was being targeted. That's what was being targeted, and it had to do, did I put down the other card? So I had the Timmers, and that talks about local or global ambassadors, music, arts, and science, Scientology and Hollywood. Come on. You know what I mean? Broadway endeavors. So Spirit's really igniting you right now. And it doesn't have to be like Broadway that you go and audition for, but Spirit's just like, please go audition. Go to the local library and go put on a puppet show. At this point, right? Go, like, no, I'm gonna siphon your energy. No, you're not, and then someone fucking, here comes Harry Potter with his with his wand, you know what I mean? I don't know where that came from, but it's like some of you have some wild ideas that you're sitting on, and Spirit's just like, please just do something. Just do something with them. Just please. Because it's like when you're training your intuition, and then you're showing the universe like this, that's so mean, you guys. This is their demon. It's when this decrepit ass bitch finally withers away. You want to show the universe that all that power and energy that they were harnessing because they were harvesting, that is yours, that is going back to you. You want to have some kind of a experience in applying knowledge, aka wisdom, wise teachings, in order for you to be gifted those things. Because the universe isn't just going to be like, here, take the egg. It blows fire every once in a while. I don't know its eating habits. You're going to have to figure it out. Just take the egg. You know what I mean? Spirit's not going to do that to you or for you. Someone that has mind control tactics will, kind of like when you give birth to a baby and they're like, oh, it doesn't come with any rules. The fuck it don't. You're going to tell me babies don't come with a fucking... No. No, they come with a set of instructions, and the first instruction is to make sure that you are healed before, or you are at least have the intention of bringing a healthy, mentally healthy child into this world by making sure you are mentally healthy. Okay? And I'm not saying you have to be completely healed. I'm just saying get your shit in check. You know, like, don't be out here on demon time fucking using your sex magic, bringing in babies. You know, product of sex magic right here. You know? Mind control for years. Yeah, expect this energetic surge that I was just talking about. Thank you, Spirit. For your mental health to go up. Okay? Because you are a limitless consciousness. Thank you, Spirit. And you've shown growth and maturity in these ungodly, diabolical times. It put you to the test. You passed the test. And then motherfuckers were like, no, redo. I want to redo. And they're not even the ones taking the test. They're just putting you through it. And they're like, no. We need a redo on this one. There was a glitch. And like, I'm calling this out. Like, they paid off the referee. They paid off the doctor. They paid off the mad scientist. They paid off the makeup artist. They paid off everybody and anybody who even saw your name come across their fucking table. Okay? You literally have people out here in different states, in different countries, that know your name. They might not know your face, because no one is clear on that. Like, because, again, with all this spell work, oh my god, the dots are just being connected. And I've already known this, but I'll share this with you guys. So, as the dots have been connected and showing and revealing these things where it's like, people have, like, let's just say you were in a relationship. It doesn't matter the type of relationship, but then it ended. And then that other individual started a relationship quite similar to the one that just ended with you. And, like, all of a sudden, they get the idea that, like, I don't know, there's just something weird there. Like, they pillow talk on you. They're doing their own set of magic on you. And then you have, like, other people wanting to come in and be like, oh yeah, golden light. You know, oh, I'm gonna suck that bitch dry. So then you really just, like, they're attacking each other, and you're just in the middle, like, what the fuck? Why does my stomach hurt? Like, why does my head hurt today? Why am I having a bad day? You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And then these people are just, like, battling each other, thinking that they're battling you, but all along, someone wanted to be you so badly and wear your skin so badly, and then someone else just wanted to siphon your energy. So it was like, they were just picking and I see pick and pull, like a car place, pick and pull. You know, they were picking each other apart, pulling each other apart, thinking that it was you. And I just see this picture of you on, like, one of those dart boards, and darts are flying, and they're just going shoo, 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 hitting the wall, hitting the people next to them. They're hitting everything except the target. No wonder why this bitch feels stupid. No wonder. No fucking wonder. No wonder. I mean, you want to call people stupid. At the end of the day, when you go and you sit in your rocking chair at home, whatever it is that you sit in, I don't fucking know, okay? Whatever it is that you go and you sit in, you are of the flesh, just like everyone else. So I'm sorry you forgot that. So we keep it mysterious and sensual, okay? Tapping into that dark femme. I'm telling you, you guys, expect this energetic surge of creativity, and it's yellow, so the solar plexus, and also this sensual energy, because that comes with the solar plexus, right? Tapping into that childlike creativity. That's why Spirit's like, bitch, go do something. Go do something. Go make a lemonade stand. Go interact with people. Go Ask people their opinions for $1. Like, go do these things to where you're getting your creative out there, but you're also making money, but then you're also helping the community. So it's like, but you're still a mystery. You're a walking paradox. You're a walking paradox. Stress less, love more. So more self-love, eat more fruit. West Coast. I feel like right now, you guys, your body took a hit. Whether you feel it or not. Okay? Your body took a hit. And it's been taking hits on these moon cycles. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Moon cycles. So really recuperate. And I'm getting on a Tuesday, and for some of you, possibly on a Wednesday, depending on your divine timing, your timeline. Stock up on your herbs. Oh yeah, I'm feeling like you're even gonna get knowledge. If you were already working with herbs, expect to have an increase of knowledge. An increase of knowledge on different herbs, different remedies. But I'm also getting that you're gonna come up with your own. You're gonna come up with your own, and this is something that it is remembered technology. Okay. So we always want to give praises and gratitude to the Most High for allowing us to integrate that knowledge within our vessel to be able to then co-create it physically and therefore help collective that. Wow. So this is what this individual, this decrepit, mature woman in the reverse knew. They knew this. They knew this. They seen your chart somehow and they knew this. They knew you were going to heal community, and a lot of you are doing that, and some of you that I'm picking up on, it has to do with herbs. Or this could tell you, put down the ganja, put down the herbs, because that's one way they were trying to get to you as well. So, yeah, they were definitely. So your memory may feel off. Yeah, I'm really getting supplementation. Actions required. Get your herbs going. Get your recovery going. Even if you didn't feel it, you guys, I'm telling you, it's your body will appreciate if you go on, even if it's just a 1-day fast, a 1-day cleanse, or you do 3 days of intermittent fasting. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you what I've done from experience and what has helped the cells in my body to regenerate at a faster rate to kick out the spell work that was being directed completely. Okay, so along with cord cutting and intent and prayer and psalms and the fasting, that removal, I'm not saying like you're gonna cut it off completely, because honestly all you're doing is cutting off the life force that runs through it. And at the end of the day, that's murder. So we don't want to murder anything. But at the same time, you can also redirect that energy to different things. So when you do a cord cutting, I don't know who I'm teaching, but I'm teaching somebody for your next cord cutting. You can try, seeing the life force that runs through the cord, just like blood would go through a vein, that type of a thing. And see it just completely dry out and cut off and revert back to some other direction. And that direction could be another, your kids, it could be your career, it could be your latest manifestations that you're working on, a book, it could be a creative endeavor, it could be a physical endeavor, like if you're an adrenaline junkie and you want to go parasailing, or I don't know, bro, put it towards some magical shit and invoke your archangels with it. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you're really being advised to take some supplements. So collagen, B's, D's, C's, A's, E's, K's, all of those, okay? All of them. And make sure that your body's able to absorb them, because, when your DNA is altered, spliced, and we do that by taking certain medications over time, or we do that with just diet and environment over time. Everything is environmental, and everything is a time factor, okay? And it's genetics as well before you, because obviously, like, if your mom had high blood pressure, she'd be stressing about some shit. You were in the womb when she had high blood pressure, because she would be stressing about some shit. So now you be out of the womb, be stressing out about some shit, and you don't even know what the fuck you're stressing about. You just have high blood pressure you've been walking around with because your mama had it. You know? Mama jokes. The blame game. The blame game. No, we're not blaming anybody. We're just saying it all factors in, right? Because your mom could have had, all that could have happened, but because your environment was better, your diet was better, your mental health was better, you took better care of yourself than your parent was able to, because they gave you that, then, you know, factors change. DNA, again, but those things stay there. They remain dormant sometimes. Not all the time. So make sure you're able to absorb the vitamins that you're paying for, and you're dedicating your time and being consistent, and, you know, really trying. If you're putting in the effort, you want to make sure that the effort's being there to be put in the first place. Okay? So methylated pills help with that. I've talked about that before. I used to use a really good brand, and unfortunately, circumstances, you know, I have not been able to supply myself with supplements like that. And it's been showing. It's been really showing. But I also needed to take a break to see what was going on with me, because when you walk away from trauma and drama, and that's all you've known your entire existence, your cortisol levels go up, your estrogen spikes or drops, you know, everything changes in your body. So when you are supplementing, it's really a good idea to kind of like switch in between new things. Like you could do olive oil and lemon juice with cayenne pepper shots in the morning for like a full month, and then see how that gets you going before you actually dive into making a purchase on something, just to get your body shocked. You want to shock it with something good for it, but new at the same time. Because it gets like I said, you just want to get those dead cells out of you as fast as possible. So the more you drain your lymphatics with dry brushing, or you're on those like shakes or whatever, or even just doing calf raises, or, you know, those what are they? The rebounders, they're called, but they're really just like kid trampolines. You know what I mean? No one knows the difference. Physical death, yeah. So you pass out this physical death that has occurred, because when your cells die in your body, that's a physical death. So you want to push them out as much, as fluidly, as often as possible. Okay? So Spirit's advising for you to alter your path. Change is required. So some of you may have already been making these changes to your diet. Maybe some of you haven't made shit changes to your diet, but you've been incorporating body movement and you're noticing a difference. And now it's time to take that to the next level of really focusing on your nutrition. I will. So I'm getting some people, some viewers out there that are dedicated, or we can just be talking about someone that likes to be the center of affection. Because we have the unicorn. So I feel like we have a Leo stopping in just to say hi, because it actually is a really great energy. It's a great energy, and I really just truly feel like they're literally stopping in just to say hi. Okay. Are you alive? Are you okay? So it is the spirit of an entity that is still, you know, kicking it here on planet Earth, and they are coming in to say hi. So that may resonate for a few of you. Maybe even some of you have a crossed over Leo, and because Leo season, we are still in Leo season, you're celebrating their, you know, their existence that was at one point, you know what I mean? And maybe you still keep that tradition going, because I'm seeing a birthday cake and candles. So that, or maybe this alive Leo also wants you to know that they are happy, well, and celebrating their birthday. You know, maybe you are no contact, because that card did come out. Maybe you're no contact with a child or a sibling or a parent, or someone just close to you. It could be like a friend that grew up close to you and you guys actually like are best friends. It's not like just a trauma bond, because I feel like if you're gonna grow up with someone from 5 years old and on, and you guys are in your 40s, 50s by now, like there's got to be some kind of trauma bond keeping you two together. But there are those friendships too where it's not just a trauma bond. It's like, no, like, I don't know, we were just born from different families, but we are siblings. You know what I mean? You just have that bond. Yeah. Oh my god. 40/20. I'm going to leave it there. And don't forget to call judgment, call your power back, heal yourself from this domination magic that is airborne. It's toxically airborne. Okay? You're not going to catch me melting out here on these streets, I bet. Okay. Much love, one love.